Hello everyone, it is June 19th, 2020, and this is the tech vlog for today. It's been many months since the last update, so I'm not really sure what I said in the last tech vlog, but here goes. I recently graduated college, which is awesome, and started a new job at a computer repair shop. Not a computer repair shop, an e-waste disposal place that primarily does refurbishing, and I'm their head Mac technician. So I've been extremely busy at work doing stuff there, and I come home and just kind of want to flop down and not look at computers. So hasn't been a whole lot going on around the workshop recently. I've done a little bit of cleaning up, I guess. Don't know what it looked like last time, but it's definitely cleaner than it was over the past couple months. Uh, Briefly, before I go on with some tech stuff, this steering wheel is from my new car, or rather my second car. You can see it out there, kinda peeking around the steps. It's a 1993 Mazda Miata, and it's in very good condition. Interior has what I would consider average wear for a car with 127,000 miles on it. Uh, it needs a couple things that any car with that many miles needs: some ball joints, probably control arm bushings as well. A lot of very minor things that don't even necessarily have to be done right now. So, I can drive it as is, and I have been driving it. In fact, I drove it 4 days to work this week, which was kind of fun. But anyway, this wheel was what the previous owner had installed, and thankfully he had saved the original one, and I put that back on because I don't know, I didn't really like that wheel. So yeah, that's been pretty fun. Bought myself a graduation present. Down here in the workshop, a couple little updates. First of all, well, I guess we can look over here. I've been trying to move stuff around, get stuff out of here. What did I sell recently? Oh, the oscilloscope, the big LaCroix oscilloscope. Sold that to somebody locally. I honestly just never was going to use it, and it took up a lot of space, so that is now gone. As well as the 2.7 gigahertz PowerMac G5. I contemplated keeping it, but I just couldn't justify it, especially right now at work. I'm working on Apple stuff all day long, and I didn't want to keep that thing around and mess with it on my own time. I just really didn't. And it took up space, and I was able to sell it for a good chunk of money, so that's nice. The PiMac G4 has been put on a bit of a standstill. It's not quite the words I wanted to say. It's been put on hold for now. Let's see, a couple things here. So I put some speakers in here. They're actually iMac G3 speakers, which if you've used iMac G3s before with good speakers, you'll know that they are pretty good for their size and their age. I had purchased, and I still have two more right here, some new drivers for those speakers to install in the iMac G3, because the speakers that it had still were just destroyed. I mean, totally rotted out, awful sounding. So I bought some new speakers for it and installed them. And it sounded better, obviously, because the speakers aren't completely rotted out. But there is still some weird audio crackling issue, and it happens regardless of whether or not you're booted in the operating system. Happens when you just start up the computer, and any sounds you play, any music you play, anything that comes out of those speakers sounds crackly. And I don't think that it has anything to do with the physical speakers. I think maybe there's an audio circuitry issue with the iMac G3, which is unfortunate. But anyway, because I'm not going to use the iMac G3 right now, or so I thought, I put those speakers in the iMac G4, or rather the PiMac, and hooked them up to my little LaPi amplifier, and man, that thing kicks ass. The sound is great. It really fits the mini arcade system vibe of this thing. You know, part of an arcade is playing the game, but part of it is also the sound experience, and the speakers in here sound really great. Unfortunately, with the Pimac, I don't know what the hell's going on, to be quite honest with you. I had an issue where the picture would get kind of fuzzy when I would move the video connector a little bit, and I figured I just kind of needed to resolder something because I soldered up every single wire. Well, took it apart and resoldered the things that needed to be fixed, and no video at all. So I took it apart even farther. I even spliced a brand new cable onto it, wire for wire, exactly the same as it was before. No video at all. So I'm a bit pissed about that. I was so close to having this thing working, and I've probably put 4 hours into trying to get it to work recently, and I'm just tired of it. So I might be in luck. There is another 15-inch G4 at work that has a bad screen. It's got really bad hotspots. It's really not in great shape, but I might be able to just pick it up for $5 or something, and I'll be able to put a new video cable in there, as long as, or as well as, putting a new bottom cover on it, because this iMac never had a bottom cover. So that is a little update on that. Now this might require its own video, because it is a rather interesting beast, and by beast I mean it is absolutely massive. This is a laptop. Believe it or not, yeah, this chonky beast is a 20-inch laptop, an Acer Aspire 9810. It's got a Core 2 Duo, or a Core Duo. I think it's a Core Duo. CPU T7200. 2 gig of RAM. I put an SSD in it. It had 1 terabyte's worth of hard drives in the form of two 500 gigs. And wow, this thing is such a freaking tank. I can't even really give you a good sense of scale by just taking a video of it. I mean, here's a CD, I guess. You know, it's about, how big is a CD? I don't know, it's probably like 2 inches thick. It's just freaking massive. I don't know how much it weighs, but it does weigh a ton. It's got a subwoofer in it. It runs Windows Vista right now, which is unfortunately the only thing I could really get working on it. It seems to only like to run 32-bit Windows, even though it is a 64-bit CPU. And I tried Windows 7, I tried Windows 10, and unfortunately none of the drivers, even through trying to just kind of force them to work, will work. The only thing I can get running is Vista, which honestly, Vista kind of fits this machine, so I'm not really that beat up about it. I just kind of wanted Windows 7 because it's a little bit better. So this might require its own video at some point. It is just freaking massive. It's hilarious. The only reason why I even got it, I actually paid for this from work, is just so that I could show other people and be like, hey, you like my 20-inch laptop? And with that, I'm not really sure what else there is to say. It's just been extremely busy at work, and I haven't had much time or really much motivation to sit down here in the workshop and do anything. So, yeah, I couldn't even be bothered to get out my, whatever it's called, stable stick thing. I can't even think of the word. Yeah, low effort tech vlog. So that's it for now. I'll update you if there's anything else cool that comes through here, but you know, don't expect a whole lot from the channel right now. Going through a very interesting time in the world, as well as a lot of changes in life and work for me, so can't really promise anything. Alright, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.